What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the Avengers Doomsday trailer at this point is right around the corner. Marvel Studios has even begun teasing us and basically trying to prepare us for that trailer coming, posting a lot on social media. They've recently basically stated that there are 3 post-credit scenes that you need to be aware of to be ready for that Doomsday trailer, and it's just the Captain America Brave New World, the Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four First Steps post-credit scene. But ahead of the trailer, we have a new insider report that talks about very specific details about what some of the characters are going to look like in Avengers Doomsday. So a lot of details to go over to today. And if you want to keep up to date with Marvel and Avengers Doomsday, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So let's get into it. This is coming from user James Mack. James Mack has been posting a lot about Avengers Doomsday, and he has specifically said in the past that he has a source that is working on the design for Avengers Doomsday. So costumes and set, etc., bunch of stuff in that department. He has reportedly seen a lot of stuff, and he is sharing quite a bit of details about many different characters for Avengers Doomsday. So let's not waste any time. Let's just go right into it. He did say he got this information from a source working in the design department on Avengers Doomsday. We start off with Chris Hemsworth's Thor. It states here, Thor wears sleeveless black armor with metallic details and 4 golden circles on his chest, along with black pants and golden boots. He also wears a red cape with a hood similar to the unworthy Thor from the comics and wields a golden hammer. This is really cool. The golden hammer I'm very curious about. I wonder if this is just a new one he creates or if it's some type of variant of Mjolnir or Stormbreaker. But I do actually really like the unworthy Thor look, and it is one that we haven't seen in the MCU yet. So it would make sense that they would go for this look. I don't think it's going to have to do anything with the unworthy Thor storyline, but I do think it's just a costume that they haven't shown in the MCU yet. So they're going to kind of make a combination of unworthy Thor and what he's been wearing recently. But I do have a feeling they want to kind of get away from everything with Thor Love and Thunder. Just completely get away from that. And Chris Hemsworth himself has even said that. So giving him a little combination of unworthy Thor and kind of what he looked like in the past definitely seems like something Marvel would do. Moving on to Sam Wilson, Captain America. He states he is wearing a suit similar to the one from the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, with the main difference being fully red wings. So not too big of a difference, but I think that'll look pretty good visually. This next one I think is actually pretty cool. Captain Marvel is said to be wearing a red sleeveless upper suit, dark blue on the lower torso, with gold details on the waist and wrists like gloves. A golden star is centered on her chest, and she's wearing dark blue pants. Her hair is very short, similar to her look in Civil War II. I actually think that could be a really cool look. I'm wondering how she goes sleeveless, or why she goes sleeveless. Wonder if there's a story there. But moving on, we get to Yelena and Bucky. He states they appear the same as in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, which was filmed on the Doomsday set. Since it's concept art, I didn't notice any major differences in Sentry's costume except for his longer hair. His suit will likely be different in the movie. Really interesting fact, by the way, that I just saw online. Sentry's suit in the Thunderbolts, in the new Avengers with a Z, it's actually made out of vibranium. All parts of it, gold vibranium, blue vibranium. It's entirely made of vibranium, which I thought was pretty interesting. Kind of seems like an overkill too, because he himself is indestructible, but I thought that was pretty cool. But moving on, we go to Black Panther. Well, also real quick, it does make sense that the suits that we saw Bucky and Yelena in, they are going to be the same suits since, yeah, that was filmed by the RUSSO brothers on the Doomsday set. That might actually be a scene from Avengers Doomsday, as far as we know. But moving on to Black Panther. He states Black Panther's suit is essentially the same in style, with the main difference being the neck area. There's a silver claw necklace, the traditional symbol of T'Challa. Also, the details that were gold in Wakanda Forever are now purple, which I like because purple is my favorite color, but I think it also would look really, really good. Moving on to Ant-Man. Ant-Man is wearing a red and metallic gray suit. He has a silver helmet with a red visor and antennas. Love that we have antennas. Shang-Chi is in a tight red suit with black details on the shoulders, chest, and arms, wearing all 10 rings on his wrists. I can't wait to see more 10 ring action. I loved Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings, and I thought the combat with the 10 rings was pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. Now, Namor, or Namor as they call him in the MCU, appears in black armor with a scaly texture on the shoulders and arms, leaving his chest exposed. He's wearing blue pants and holding his trident. So a very comic book look, especially with his chest exposed. And I shouldn't say I'm excited. I'm very curious to see if they're going to do anything with Sue and Namor in the MCU, since there's a lot of history of that in the comics. We'll have to wait and see. Next is Bruce Banner. They state Bruce Banner is in his Smart Hulk form, but bigger and stronger, resembling the original Savage Hulk, yet still mixed with Smart Hulk. Jennifer Walters appears in her Hulk form, wearing a sporty uniform in purple, black, and white, similar to the one of the series. The difference is that it's sleeveless, highlighting her arms, and she's wearing fully purple pants. She also has fingerless gloves. A lot of people going sleeveless in this one. M'Baku is wearing an imposing white gorilla outfit covering his entire body with fur and is holding his staff. Typical M'Baku. Gambit wearing a black shirt, purple pants with black detailing, layering chains around his neck, and a hooded blazer. I hope it looks pretty similar to what we got basically in Deadpool and Wolverine, because I thought it was pretty dang near perfect. I'm sure they're changing it just a little bit, but I don't want it changed too much because I thought he was just perfection. I thought it was great. They did say they're going to tone back the accent, and that Ryan Reynolds basically at some points in the movie basically said, overdo the accent. Okay, but this time I want to know what you're saying. But then this scene, overdo it again to where it's really funny. So the Russo brothers have scaled that back, and Channing Tatum as well, to basically make it to where you can understand what he's saying at all points in time, unless Deadpool interacts with him and maybe we get a funny scene there. We have Storm in an all-white outfit with a flowing cape. I really want Halle Berry to return as Storm. Haven't heard much about that. Her and Famke Jensen as Jean Grey, haven't heard much about them, except for Famke Jensen actually saying she's not returning. But I mean, you know, Andrew Garfield wasn't in Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, wait, he was. Right, no one's going to say they're in the movie who hasn't already been confirmed. Cyclops in his classic yellow and blue suit. This might be what I'm excited to see the most. It could be what I'm most excited to see. I'm so excited to see James Marsden return to Cyclops. I hope they do him justice. I hope the action with him is incredible. I really hope we get some really cool optic blast scenes. Like, I'm so excited for his character to return. And I hope they do him justice. I really do hope they do him justice. And this is the next one is a report that we heard very recently, actually. States a good and heroic version of the Scarlet Witch is mentioned, and he did say that he has seen some designs of her. The look is described as the Scarlet Witch wearing a tight, long red dress that goes down to her legs, red gloves, and her signature headpiece, which I'm all here for. I think that looks really good, and we've seen some fan art of that already, and it does look really good. And I just want the Scarlet Witch to return. I think it would be it would be tragic if she didn't return in Avengers Doomsday and or Secret Wars. I think she should return in both. I think we should start to get her story in Avengers Doomsday. I think it would actually make sense for her to join Doom to try to redeem herself, but ultimately end up fighting against Doom. And maybe he harnesses some of her powers or takes some of her powers to become God Emperor Doom, because that has to happen as well. We have a lot of reports about how some things are going to go, but we don't actually know at this point in time. I think a lot of the leaks are definitely real, but we'll have to wait and see on what actually does happen. But this is a pretty detailed description on a lot of characters that are going to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday. Some of them have not been confirmed, like Storm and She-Hulk, but I mean, we've seen the leaked concept art of She-Hulk in Avengers Secret Wars, so it just makes sense that she would be involved in this. The Hulk part is very interesting. He is full Savage Hulk again, but still kind of Smart Hulk. Perhaps that's what's going to happen at the end of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Perhaps they're going to make it to where he freaks out again, but at the end they finally build a device that can calm him down again. If that is the case, it's going to be nice to see him go completely savage again in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But then I hope that device breaks again and we get truly savage Hulk going up against Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday. Because I think at this point in time, most of the fandom just wants, you know, regular Bruce Banner and regular Savage Hulk back. But you can let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about most of these character looks or all of them in the comments down below. What are you most excited? Who are you most excited for to see in Avengers Doomsday? Let us know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU videos. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.